Hi guys, I'm Vernon Kid here, coming to you again. How's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody's well on their end. And oop, sorry, that was my phone. Sorry. I'm here, guys, because there was some news that came out in the comic book community once again, and you know me, guys. I'm always trying to entertain you guys and deliver as much news as I can. But this one came from the Marvel side of the tracks once again. In terms of movie, supposedly now we know who is going to play Ant-Man in his own series, which I am looking forward to seeing. Um, the actor is Mr. Paul Rudd. Now, right there, a lot of people will probably already, hey, that's that comedic dude, right? And when I think of that, I just be like, you do know who directed this movie, right? It's like you do know Eugene Edgar Wright directed Ant-Man, is directing Ant-Man. And when I heard this, I was not like, oh, this is stupid. I was like, wow, congratulations, Mr. Rudd. Congratulations. And let me tell you why. Okay? I am a fan of Mr. Rudd. I go ways back with Mr. Rudd since God, Clueless. Yes, people, he was in Clueless. Remember that movie? Um, I've seen him in 200 Cigarettes. Of course, when he played Phoebe's boyfriend, slash, then became married to her. I've seen him in Romeo and Juliet. I've seen him uh, in I believe what was it? Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Jesus Christ! See, you can tell how old I am, right, guys? And I saw he did a great performance in Cider House uh, Rules. Um, and of course, he's currently in a lot of the Anchorman and things like that. But I've seen him do a lot of dramatic roles as well. So in my opinion, and as a fan, and maybe that is, I'm coming off a little biased, but the fact is he's a very well-rounded actor. Now, has he done action, adventure like what we get from the Marvel movies? No, not really. So this is the first time for him. But usually the first time for everybody sometimes can surprise you in a sense. And it's not always a very disappointing feel. Now, I just watched my friend Comic Uno Cat's video, and she took the words right out of my mouth when she gave her thoughts on it. This is not really such a bad thing when you don't look at it from a point of just this is gray, a shade of black. You got to look at it from both sides of the coin. With Ant-Man being who Ant-Man is, now I know who Ant-Man is. I know the character very well. I know who he is, and I will always say, I have always gone on to say, I always will and will always have respect for the founding members of the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I will always have respect for them. But with this being Edgar Wright's Ant-Man, in terms of the cinematic version of Ant-Man, it's still up in the coin of, I'm not really sure if this is Hank Pym or they're going with Scott Lang, who was a crook who took Ant-Man's Hank Pym's suit and took on the role, and then later on Hank became Yellow Jacket and everything like that. And of course, I know they're not going with Eric O'Grady, so definitely so it is an up coin toss between is Hank Pym and uh, Scott Lang, and I'm fine with that. Uh, but I am also happy to see that, yeah, we're getting a new solo movie of another hero that's going to establish himself, in my opinion. But like I said, going back to what Kat said, I definitely totally 100% agree with her on the fact that, yes, there are a lot of people that will look at this and be like, this is stupid. This is just the most stupidest casting ever. Way to go, Marvel. You're botching again. But a lot of people, once again, and I quote her, a lot of people said the same thing about Chris Evans, who, for me, I was always 100% on board with him being Cap. People say, oh, he's a comedic actor. He can't do this. This is too much of a role for him. I was one who was not really too familiar with Chris Hemsworth. Didn't know anything about the guy. Then he came on and surprised me as Thor, and you know what? That I ate crow for that. You know, I was perfectly fine with Mr. Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man. I always said that was a perfect casting, and you know that's the same thing that kind of you can kind of say now with what's going on with the casting for Guardians of the Galaxy. These, you know, many of us probably I didn't know the actor who plays who's playing Peter Quill, Star Lord. I know Zoe, I know Batista, and I'm still kind of up there with, you know, Bradley Cooper voicing Rocket Raccoon, but I'm always willing to give these people a try, especially if I know that they're well rounded enough to deliver. Now, there are certain actors I don't, but there are certain, what majority of them I'm very much on board of. And I'm looking forward to see what Mr. Rudd can bring to the dance, to this dance. Now, if he sucks, okay, I'll say, you know, okay, maybe he did. But if he surprises me, if he delivers as much as I know he can, because I am a fan of his work, and there's other people that like he sucked, I'll be probably the only one that'll say, you know what, forget you guys. I'm not on that bandwagon. I'm not on that train that he sucked. But to me, I find this very intriguing, very cool, and looking forward to seeing what he can bring. Whether he is Hank Pym or Scott Lang, it does not matter. I'm on board. But if it is Hank Pym, and if Rashida Jones is still in talks of being Wasp, because that is who I feel should play Janet Van Dyne, Wasp. That is the perfect cast. And these two have worked together before, so that chemistry will already be there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I have no problems with this. Um, Hank Pym, Scott Lang, whatever, Ant-Man, great stuff. Looking forward to it. Let's see what he's gonna bring to the dance, and if he does bring his own little swing to the dance, and he succeeds, I want to know how many of you guys out there are willing to eat crow and accept it. But if not, I'll be admitted. I'll be the one to admit, yeah, okay, he wasn't that good. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. But I'm on board with this. Let's see what Mr. Wright and Mr. Paul Rudd can deliver. That's all I'm saying. Just keep an open mind, guys. That's all. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, you guys take care. This is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace and love. Stay tuned. Keep it real, guys. As always, I'll see you guys around. And once again, guys, just keep an open mind. That's all I ask. Y'all take care.